Next up in our Hawkeye football interviews is last year's standout defensive end A.J. Epenesa. He figures to be a focal point of the defense in 2018 after a stellar sophomore season where he saw just limited time. His role is sure to expand this fall, and he's being held in high regard among some of the best in Iowa's history.
I mean, I really enjoy it. I mean, it's really cool to be, put up there with some of those big names and some of those players. I mean, I know Chase Young and some of those guys, and they're really good football players. And to be compared with them, I mean, it's a big honor. Those guys are great football players, good guys, and they're doing good things at their respected universities, and they're doing well.
Do you talk about it with the coaching staff at all before the season, or with your mom and dad, your family, just to kind of have a rough idea of perspective, I guess?
I mean, I guess me and my parents have talked about it before, but everyone is in agreement that, I mean, without good football in the season, then all those things really don't mean a thing. And the coaches don't really talk about it to the guys until closer to the bowl game when the season's over, because of the main focus in the season, taking it week by week, day by day. So, I mean, yeah, I've put some thought into it, and I mean, it's really cool, and I'm really appreciative, and it's always been a lifelong dream to play in the NFL. But I have a full season ahead of me, and can't get there without doing things right here first.
And I think I asked you this before, but how do you prepare yourself for 20 or 30 extra snaps each week? If that's what they need, that's what they're going to ask you for. How do you prepare yourself both physically and mentally?
It's about, I mean, I'm going to consider everything is going to take more conditioning, like mentally and physically. So practice, you got to go harder in practice because I'm getting more reps in the games, so I have to be ready physically and conditioning wise to be able to go that long and go harder for longer, and being able to take many more reps and to keep the tempo up. And mentally, I just got to be able to have a positive self-talk, like Coach Doyle really emphasizes. Whenever you're getting tired and this and that, I mean, positive self-talk, telling yourself you can get through this, you can keep going. There's nothing that can stop you. I mean, make a big play, get excited. So, I mean, it's really about conditioning, I guess, mentally and physically.
What did you take from the way Parker and Anthony led last year that you're using this year to keep the consistency of the leadership and of the attitude in that defensive line room?
Just really that there's a standard in the room, and those guys lived by that standard that was set by the players before them. And I mean, the standard's always been set. And I mean, it's either been risen, or the standard has always been set higher. It's never taken down lower. I mean, the standard can never be not met. And so those guys raised the standard, and mental play, like knowing what can happen, and just physical play, just being able to be in the right place at the right time. And so those guys set the standard, and they really bought into being good players, being great players, and to they're putting their best effort out there for Hawkeye football. And the standard is just giving 100% no matter what, the entire game. And so that's the standard, and that's what we expect.
I think I heard you saying about going against AJ and Tristan in practice every day. You've been doing it for 3 years now. I'm not going to say it makes it easier on Saturdays, but does it give you confidence just saying, hey, we practice against guys that are going to be as good as we're playing this Saturday?
For sure. I mean, it's not wrong when you say that, like, practice makes the games easier, especially when practice is going tough like that some days. I mean, those guys get the best of me and Chauncey every once in a while, or maybe a majority of the time. But they're amazing players. They're tremendous guys. They're really good at what they do, and just going all out against those guys and receiving their best effort back at us is just something that'll get us better each and every day.
Does it get heated? You guys are all competitive. Does it get heated ever with those?
With AJ and Tristan, I tend to not get as heated because I know they are great players and they're playing hard. I mean, sometimes it does, but there's always maybe an exchange of words, but we're all good buddies, we're all good friends, and we come out to work the next play. I'm happy with the way I played last year, but I'm not satisfied, and so I guess this coming season, I want to play hard, I want to make plays just like everybody else, but I couldn't put a specific number or something out there for tackles or sacks or anything like that. I mean, obviously a high number would be great, but it's all about just being productive on the field and productive as a defense.
Thank you. What have you seen from a guy like Davion Nixon, who also is built like
a truck?
Yeah.
That's his nickname, is Truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
But he brings energy. He brings energy. He brings a spark to the defense, And as a team, I mean, he just has that flow around him that really brings people together and really just gets people motivated and gets them going for whenever the day seems groggy a little bit. But Davion's one of those guys that people look to, and he can do some good things here for us.